Yo, what's going on everyone? It's TK, and on today's video I'm going to showcase a E-Dragon attack strategy with the Flame Flinger on box bases, ring bases, and diamond bases. So without any further ado, let's dive in. First off, we got the diamond style of base, and as you know me by now, I love to bring you all the styles in each attack strategy. And on this one, I'm actually going to use the Flame Flinger on every single one of these attacks. So on the top side, I'm going to go in with a few loons, taking out this cannon, and then that's when the Flame Flinger is going to go for that one air defense. Simple as that. Always try to find that value with the Flame Flinger so it can give you the air defense. Because if you drop it on the other side, you have to end up dropping the heroes to go for the Town Hall. And then heroes will actually pull the CC. That's something that you cannot afford to do. So heroes always should be the furthest point from the clan castle. And look, we have 8 Electro Dragon in this army, so we can use one of them in funneling purposes. Simple as that. Wait till that Flame Flinger do the job from that air defense and the warden tower side. You can use the baby dragons usually right where the Flame Flinger is to clear those trash buildings so your dragons go to the proper path. And then once you see the Flame Flinger got the value, you can even open it up manually or just wait till it opens. Warden and the E-Dragons with the loons, you want to go usually with the double rage when you're hitting these diamond bases, because a few dragons you have to send a bit to the town hall area. So with that first rage spell and the freeze spell, they can usually take out the town hall with no issues. Now this is where the spell placement is handy. Look at the dragons in the core. They're gonna go in and take out the CC, and there is no other air targeting stuff for them. So I'm going to invest the rage and freeze for those lower dragons that were taking out the scatter shot. And now the dragons path to the eagle, which is so nice. And look at that, freezing that rage tower on the back end. So now my dragons can have a lot of nicer chain value before they die. Now you can see I really wanted the champion to dive into this multi so my unicorn stays alive. That is a key thing sometimes in some of these attacks, because usually the Sui is what that is going to finish these attacks. That's why you want to have the unicorn alive. And look at that beautiful earthquake boost on the king. You need to run the earthquake boost and the barbarian ability because they give so much value, and we're going to swag 2 spells in this hit. So let's move on and see how I like to hit a box base. We are up against a box base right now, and you may have known this base, but it's a bit different. There has been a few changes to defenses and spell towers mainly, but what I like to do on here is kind of forget about the town hall with like main Sui and Flame Flinger and E-Dragons. I really don't want to go for it, but at the same time I have the champion to be able to go to the town hall, or just like the last base, you can kind of put maybe 1 or 2 E-Dragons a bit off to the side, which are not really in the warden ability, but they are close by, so they move around the town hall area, which then you can have a nice rage and free spell to take it out. Now one one E-Dragon on the lower side, which is going to give that nice little funnel to my Sui, which can then get started later once I start with the beautiful E-Dragon line. Now a few dragons to the right side are the most important one. Double rage warden ability protecting all the loons going into the base. That rage value will be really nice. And look at this, 1 dragon went to the lower side because I didn't funnel that much as well, mainly by purpose, so the dragon eventually goes to the town hall. Watch out for your free spells. You have a lot in this army, but you need a few on monolith and town hall. Those are the key things to freeze, and then you can see what happens at the end of the attack. So wait for this monolith, make sure you take down the CC nicely, and then keep on freezing that area which the town hall is. But I missed the freeze, which is unfortunate, so I have to go ahead with another freeze. And this is where once you see the value you got is decent, keep the spells. You don't need to necessarily use them all with your dragons. Sometimes you can use them with your RC and your queen. That's why on this attack I popped the king early, so king goes in front of the champion. I didn't have the proper abilities on this one, like I forgot to change it, so we had earthquake and then rage unfortunately. But we have the Phoenix on the Warden, which is always a good thing. So bringing the Warden back and also making sure, let's say if you have an Owl, the Owl will damage some certain buildings, which then if they go down, the E-Dragons wouldn't be able to chain them and get more value. That's why we have the Phoenix with the Grand Warden in these air attacks. And this one, not like the last one, is coming a little bit closer, you know, but it is what it is. It was a toxic base with single Infernos, very nicely put, you know, in general defenses and a lot of hard hitting areas. But look at that. This is why I wanted to showcase you can take one less loon and a few archers and a minion just because they can clean up. This is what I don't like about those people who do spam E-Dragons, because they literally take no cleanup. I know the dragons are fast, but with these approaches with the flame flinger on an air defense, the E-Dragons become a bit slower because you are going to run out of time if you don't start your attack quick enough. So this is what is going to happen here. If I had a few archers or a minion, this attack would be a really cool triple, but unfortunately we're gonna fall short at 99. But let's move on and go to the ring base. Now we're up against Daran on this ring base, and one thing I'm going to tell you to do is that watch for the air defense placement. This is different. This man changed all these air defense positions to areas that you may not be able to funnel your dragons as good as you thought you can. Simple as that. And look at this. I'm going to go ahead with the flame flinger on the top side, so it goes to the air defense. This is going to be something that you may have not seen with the E-Dragons, because the way they switch the air defenses, the pathing will not be set a lot better than the other one, which has the air defenses in corners on every single base. This one is a bit different, so you can use that one E-Dragon for funnel. Get your funnel set as well. If you want, you can take two less freeze spells, or just don't take a poison and a freeze and take another rage. But me personally, I like to have 7 freeze spells because it's just so nicer to keep on freezing sweepers or monolith or town hall. It's always a nice thing. Now with this one E-Drag, I'm giving funnel to my main pack, which will be coming in between this one and the flame flinger. Then we're gonna go in with these loons and the main pack with the air warden, of course, and then we're gonna go ahead with the early warden ability, keeping the loons alive. You want to have the healing tome with this strategy just because you can heal through poison towers and multi infernos if your healing tome is in a good level. Look at those loons, they're getting healed back up and they keep finding traps even though we are halfway through the base. It's just that how good the healing tome is. And look at these 7 freeze spells. I keep on freezing that sweeper. It cannot push me back, not even once. That's how crazy it is having 7 freeze spells. But now one more freeze to make sure my warden stays alive, because the town hall was getting a lot of his hit points, because as you can see now the warden is shooting the CC. If I lost that dragon, maybe the warden would have died too and not be able to get the CC. And of course I added the champion whenever it's necessary. With the poison spell, you can of course drop it in a way to get those skelly spells and basically kill them before your champion or main Sui is reaching it, as you can see in this one. But unfortunately we lost the warden, so yeah, eventually we did lose him, unfortunately. So the champion ability is going to go off, and you can see not much a ring base can do against this type of strategy, because the way you smash through the base so nicely. But even though the air defenses were placed in very weird areas, we still managed to come through. This is a very easy air spam strategy, so if you want to go ahead and give this a try, go for it and let me know how it worked out for you. Hopefully you'll come back more tomorrow for more videos. See you soon then. Take care and peace.